10 or 12 hours to make $12, $15, $18. But we find stuff sometimes that we can sell, and I just carry it until I hear someone say, man, I need this or I need that, and I just, well, that's what I happen to have. They call me the wizard. The reason they call me the wizard is because I know where to go to find stuff that helps other people. I was raised in a poor environment. My granddaddy was a sharecropper back in Arkansas, and we were what people call white trash. It's not just the sleep, it's the cold, the hunger, how would you say it, the aggravation, the people who drive by hollering, get a job and go home, and that's one of the stupidest things I've ever heard is for people to holler, go home to a homeless man. You know? Believe me, I'd love to be able to go home. But truth is, I have no home to go to. I have a saying that you can call me crazy, but you can't call me lazy. Because these carts, I push these carts and I find maybe bicycle parts or maybe tools or the cans or different little things that I can barter with here and there. It's about survival. I can't camp anywhere and have my stuff. How can I get ahead? How can I ever afford a home? How can I, and I'm not going to become a burden on somebody. My experience is like right now that if I don't move fast enough by the fear that they try to put in me, then they send reinforcements, the police, and then I either go to jail, the taxpayers pay for something that there was no need for in the first place, and it's not a crime being homeless. To judge me because of being homeless and I have too much stuff, well, everything I have, I got a drum, I like to play music. I got a couple harmonicas, I can sell one and still have one. I've got tools that I use for working on my stuff. I've got cans and bottles that I sell for a nickel a piece. I've got bags that I have to carry the stuff in. I've got 2 air compressors that I found in dumpsters. Somebody will need one eventually. And I'll make $5 or $10 off of it, and I'll I'll give it away. It depends on the person and the time. I'm not like the ones that hoards tons of paper sacks and newspapers or cardboard boxes or receipts for 30 years back, or what I'm doing. I'm not a hoarder, I'm an accumulator, and I'm a distributor, and I'm an engineer of a sort because I use the different parts and bring them together and then salvage what I can, discard what I can, give away what I can, sell what I can, so that I can go on about my daily life without being a hindrance. Now, an eyesore is not a hindrance. I'm an eyesore to them. I'm a bum. I'm all these names, and I'm categorized. When in reality is all I am is an old man who's trying to stay alive. I don't need taken care of. What I need is my space and my right to be what I am and be a functioning person in this life. Or should I write of pains and sorrows around nearly every corner turned? Well, it took them pains and sorrows to find beauty in the lessons I have learned. So if you're one of them who think life is only good when everything is bright, maybe you should consider day is always followed by the night. Yeah, my baby drove off and left me standing by that railroad track. I have to say she sure looked good, driving that brand new Cadillac. She said he had bought her a diamond necklace and a matching diamond ring. where all I had to offer her was the love songs that I'd sing. I go at night because I don't get bothered as much. By the time you put in 12 or 16 hours out here, maybe if you're lucky on a good night, $20, $25, you know, and that's on a real good night. Sometimes you get to feeling like, you know, that it's just not worth it. But to me, it's worth it just for the simple fact is that I'm not having to go and ask anybody for something, you know what I mean? It's not that I'm not willing to work. It's that it's hard for me. I have problems to where I can't be around people a lot. Most of the nastiness comes from just slinging bags in there or bags being open. And then when you start tearing them open and you got coffee grounds and what have you, it's the people who, you know, they don't separate things. To me, it's like they don't have no thought of nobody else, you know. Or some probably do it intentionally, thinking that it may stop somebody from going in their dumpster. People out here that wouldn't touch it, people out here that would that it don't matter because that's their life flow, you know. It's nasty, you know. What can I say? But I've worked on nastier jobs, or as nasty. And nobody thought nothing of it doing it that way. And people don't understand, or they don't want to understand. They don't care to understand that I'm not diving in dumpsters because necessarily that's what I like. I'm doing it because it's the only job I have. And it was far off in the distance that I first heard that lonesome whistle blow, while the noise of the engine in my ears began to grow. Now, it wasn't hard getting on a boxcar without being seen. This is when I took my first ride on what's known as a hobo's taxi, a tramp's limousine.